there are basically two types of functions. First one is built-in or predefined functions, and second one is user-defined functions. Built-in or predefined means what? Defined by the language itself. We have already used that printf function so many times. Means how we just include that stdio.h, and then we have seen that we can use that printf function to display something onto the output screen in this way. Suppose we want to display welcome, then we have written like this printf, then in round brackets in double quotes welcome. Second, suppose I want to display again something like hello. Okay, then we will just again we will write like this printf in double quotes hello. Now what is this exactly? See, this printf function is already defined in that language, in this C programming language, in stdio.h header file. This printf function is already defined. That's why we can directly call it, we can directly use it in our program. This printf function is used to just display something onto the output screen. We know this. Okay, now see this printf welcome, then what will be the output? It will display this welcome onto the output screen. Again hello, it will display onto the output screen. Means what is this exactly? Just I am calling that printf function. Now where it is? I am not defining it. Okay, we have not written any code for this printf. Like we have discussed that some function we are defining it and we can call it. In that way, for printf we are not writing anything. Okay, but that is already written by the language itself. Means whenever we write like this hash include stdio.h, whatever contents of that stdio.h will come here. Okay, this is just a preprocessor directive. Before compilation, whatever contents of that stdio.h will come here. Means what will happen? Just that preprocessor will copy those contents, whatever contents of that stdio.h, and paste here in that way. Okay, now in that there is a printf function defined. Means whenever we write like this, that control will go there in that printf function and will execute that part in that way. Now means what? Built-in functions or predefined functions, those are also called as library functions. These are already defined by the language and we can use it in our program directly without defining it. Okay, now in this way printf function I am calling here. See, printf, and in round brackets I am passing one argument here. Again printf I am calling second number of time. We can call it anywhere, any number of times. Okay, this is nothing but a built-in or predefined function. One more function is there like scanf, that is again defined in this stdio.h. We can directly use it in our program. That is again an example of this built-in function. Again one more like strlen function is there that we can use to get length of a string. That is defined in that string.h header file. That again we can directly use. Then one more function we already discussed about that unformatted IO functions. Unformatted means like getchar, getche, getch, putchar, putch, then getS, puts. All these are unformatted IO functions. We have already studied. Okay, those are again present in that conio.h. Okay, means these all functions whatever we have used, those are present in header files, and those header files are already defined by the language itself. Means those functions whatever written in those header files are called as built-in or predefined or library functions. Suppose programmer want to do sum of two numbers, then there is no any ready-made or inbuilt function for doing that addition. Then programmer will write that sum function whatever we have discussed like void, sum and everything. Okay, we'll write that code and we'll call it from main or from any other function also we can call that function. Now void main will be there and just from that we will call that sum function in that way. Okay, any number of times we can call that function. This is not present in that language itself. We are writing it. Okay, and programmer is writing this function, and that's why this is called as a user defined function. Okay, now what about main? Okay, this main is means we are just writing code in that main, but see, this main is a function which is declared by the language itself. This is a this main is a keyword actually, and this is already defined in the language itself. This function is all pre-declared. Okay, it is declared by the language and we are just defining as per our convenience, means we can write code as per our need actually. Okay, means in this main function we can write code, we can define this, but this is already declared by the language and this is neither predefined or not nor user defined. We cannot say definitely that it is a built-in function or it is a user defined function. In that way we cannot say. Okay, but see, just remember one point is there, every program is having this main function. This is a compulsory function of every C program. Then execution starts here at main and ends here. We can call any other function from this. Okay, but always execution starts here and ends here. This is defined by the programmer but declared by the language itself again and called by the operating system again. Getting? Means these are the two basic types of these functions, predefined and user defined. Predefined means defined by the language itself, and for using those predefined functions we have to first include header files. Then we can use those functions in our program. But user defined means programmer, whatever programmer want. Programmer can write any function as per its need. Okay, any number of functions again, and call again in the same way we can call those built-in functions at any place. Similarly, we can call those user defined functions from at any place any number of times.